Hey guys, today we're taking a look at my Dinosaur Beatdown deck. This is a pretty simple deck. It's not meant to be super competitive. If you want a competitive dinosaur deck, you should check out, Jurrac or Evol or Dino Rabbit. But this is just a fun deck that I've been using. If you like dinosaurs, this can be a nice deck to use. So first off, Destroyersaurus, obviously a decent beater, and then you can get your field card. Jurrac Guaiba, useful for swarming with itself, obviously, and decent attack. Evilswarm Salamandra, so really nice attack, and also its effect is really good, banishing cards and increasing its attack. Hyper Hammerhead, really good card. I really like its effect, and 1500 attack is not bad. So you can bring out this card, buff it up with some of the support cards, and even if your opponent managed to destroy it, they can still run into trouble. And then we have Black Stego, so kind of a wall that can switch to defense position, and with 1200 attack it can still get boosted with the other cards and get to a decent attack level, so a decent card. Super Ancient Dinobeast, really in here because you can bring it out with one tribute, which is very nice, bringing out a powerful monster pretty quickly. Its effect can come into play sometimes as well. Super Conductor Tyranno, very strong attack, and you can get this guy out with some of the other support cards you have in here. Its effect can be nice for doing some burn damage when you have to, in case your opponent is stalling. And then the spell card, Solidarity, obviously with a full dinosaur build. Jurassic World, the field card, giving you a little bit of boost to attack and defense. Big Evolution Pill, letting you summon the more powerful monsters a lot more easily, which can be very nice. Fossil Dig, searching out what you need. MST, Dark Hole. So for the traps, Fossil Excavation, just allowing you to special summon from the graveyard, which is very nice to bring out those powerful dinosaurs. What's nice is you can dump them in the graveyard and then do that, so that's very nice. Jurrac Impact, a very powerful card, kind of like Black Rose, wiping the field out. Nice when you're going to lose one of your more powerful monsters. It's also nice that you can use this when your lower monsters are kind of boosted by your support. So you can also run more of this if you're able to boost and don't mind losing your monsters. You could do some OTKs, and there's a lot of other things you could do with that. Hunting Instinct, allowing you to special summon from your hand, very nice. Survival of the Fittest, very nice card, buffing up your monsters and also letting them attack again, which can be very useful. And then Stable Traps, not much to say there. So for the extra deck, not going to talk too much about it. It's not the goal in this deck, you're running Solidarity, but you have access to a bunch of different XYZs, so you might as well, put them in there. Some of the 8 stars, obviously, because you have 8-star monsters. The Evolzars, because of their powerful effects. If only they were dinosaurs. If they were dinosaur monsters, then they would be so much better to use in this deck. But for now, they're situational, even though they have very good effects. And otherwise, just a bunch of staple 4-star XYZs. Not much to say there. You can use Fairy King, because you have a lot of Earth monsters. So for the side deck, in my videos, side decks are just recommended cards for the deck that can also work, but aren't necessarily a side deck for matches. So a bunch of the cards that can be useful. Tyranno Infinity, if you're running certain cards that banish, or you're worried about your monsters getting banished, this can end up being a very powerful card. Works really well with Evilswarm Salamandra and some other cards. Gilosaurus, really good on the first turn, but otherwise it can be annoying later on. Dark Triceratops, decent tribute monster for piercing battle damage, so that can be very helpful. Ultimate Tyranno, an alternative, or just if you want to add it in with the other tribute monsters. Not currently running it, but can be useful. Black Tyranno, similar thing. It can be a useful card, but it's situational whether you'll be able to attack directly. Sauropod Brachyon, a decent stall card that can also help by kind of flipping your opponent's monsters, so that can be useful, but not currently running it. Not a huge fan of it. Black Velocity, obviously a huge double-edged sword, can give you a lot of big attack at the start, but then starts not being as useful once you're on the defense. Hydrogeddon, an alternative to Jurrac Guaiba. The thing about Hydrogeddon is the monsters that it special summons can attack, so it can give you a really big advantage early on in the game, but personally like Guaiba. Jurrac Aola, if you're running more Jurracs, you can mess with this and have more synchros and stuff like that, but again, this is a dinosaur deck, not a Jurrac deck, so not really the idea behind this. And then Miracle Jurassic Egg, interesting card to, defend for a little bit and also give you some options for special summoning, but not currently running it. Tail Swipe, I'm not a big fan of this card, but still can be useful to kind of annoy your opponent and bounce cards. Ultra Evolution Pill, if you're running reptiles mixed with dinosaurs, this is an option. There's some other support cards you can run with that. but can be a really interesting card. Fiendish Chain, I'm not running really anything to get rid of effects, except for like the Evilzar, but I wanted to run this, didn't have room, but you can put this in if you want. Survival Instinct, this card works really well with Tyranno Infinity, but without it, it isn't, too good, so not running it. And then Seismic Shockwave can be an interesting card, but I'm not running it. I'm not a really big fan of how it works. But overall, that's my Dinosaur Beatdown deck. Very, very simple. I think it's fun to play. Again, not meant to be super competitive, but I think it's pretty cool. I like dinosaurs, and I like, how a lot of these cards work. I think they're really cool, especially the trap cards. But if you have your own dinosaur deck, maybe it's not a beatdown deck, whatever dinosaur deck you guys have, you can post below. Let me know in the comments. Talk about what cards you use. You can make suggestions for me, that kind of thing. If you like this video, you can subscribe or hit the like button. I'd really appreciate it. You can also check the playlists that are in the description. One of them will have a list of all the decks I've made so far, and another one will have a list of all the decks I've made for this ban list. You can also check out my contact info. It's all in the description. You want to tweet me, duel me, talk to me, discuss strategies with me, anything like that, you can use the contact infos in the description. But thank you guys for watching. I will see you later.